Hello, Natalie. Just getting set up. I figure I was in the clear. I didn't see B. Waller doing a live yet. I think I'm going to do pennies tonight. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Depending on what I got going on that day. He got on my live video this morning right before I was getting off, and between me and him, we're going to come up with some interesting ideas for making coins. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to go back to pennies for a while. I was kind of getting bored of nickels. Looking for a double ear. And then the flared FG. Nope. $83. Pretty roached out. Gave myself a thumbs up. $20.21. Eh. Okay. Is it what you ordered for B. Waller? I probably won't be doing a live tomorrow morning. Okay. Tomorrow morning, my daughter is defending her thesis for her master's degree, and I get to go watch. So that's going to be kind of exciting. Uh, 74D. Yeah. Well, if it goes through, you'll hear it. It'll chime when I get an email. How you doing, Danny? What you up to? You a coin collector? Yep, I enjoy it too. I enjoy the hunt. anything specific you're interested in right now that you're collecting? What has your attention right now for coin collecting? See if we got. You need a 1942 penny? This is pretty close to the floating roof. Ah, is it just a set you're doing, or is it a registry set? Are you doing graded coins, or are you just doing them in a book, or how you doing it? How you doing, Jesus? Oh, okay. So you're doing them like in a book, like either a Dansko album or just one of the books. You just pop them in there. 1980. So I don't have any good 42s. These are all my 42s. If I can get it to show right. I don't have any good red ones. Oh, that's cool. That's good to hear, Jesus. So you have any specific thing that you're trying to do? Are the wheat pennies you put in there, are they brown or are they red, or do you have any kind of thing you're doing? Man, my weekend was great. It was absolutely great. Aunt and uncle, my wife's aunt and uncle, and my brother-in-law came out. He was on my live, 2 days ago, and it was a good weekend. We all went out to eat, and man, it was my son's 30th birthday was November 13th, but we were celebrated last weekend. So, man, it was very good. I mean, I got no complaints. Everything went smooth. Yeah, probably the easiest way if you're just missing the 42, you could just buy one on eBay. Probably cost you $2 or something. Oh, I would say too, make sure you put all those, get like the gallon Ziploc bags and put them in Ziploc bags so that the air doesn't constantly get to them, and the moisture and all that. That would be my suggestion. Otherwise, Those red coins are going to turn brown on you. $18.81. Getting quite a few coppers out of this roll. Oh, yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, I would store everything in airtight containers. And like one good thing to do is like up here in the north, in the wintertime, it's very low humidity because everything freezes. So if you put them in bags in the wintertime, there's very little moisture in those bags. But I know that's not always the case for everybody everywhere. Um, yeah, the the better you can keep them out of air, light, and moisture, the longer they're going to last. You know, even running a dehumidifier helps to keep the moisture down in the room where you store your coins, and then put them in plastic bags. Even those little desiccant packets that come with certain food items and different stuff, if you can use those remove the moisture out. Or even put a little bit of rice in, get a little bag and put some rice in there. The rice will absorb the moisture. I've never tried that, but I know that's kind of what they do. But anything you can do to get the moisture out and reduce the amount of light that hits it and the amount of air that gets in. Let me try something here. Okay, Google, do Ziploc bags have PVC in them?
No, Ziploc brand bags are primarily made from polyethylene, specifically low-density polyethylene or LDPE, and high-density polyethylene or HDPE for the zippers, not polyvinyl chloride, PVC. They are also confirmed to be BPA-free.
Okay. So the one thing you don't want to do for sure I don't know if you've ever seen these things. It's a coin album. Let me see if I can find a page with the coins. Well, I can't find a page with the coins, but you get the idea. Some of the pages had coins in them, and these plastic liners have PVC, and they will turn your coins green. And anything that has PVC in it is really bad for your coins. I have a pretty substantial amount of coinage myself. And it wouldn't surprise me if I wasn't approaching a ton of copper in pennies just with what I've got. All right, we're looking for the wide AM. And we're going to be looking for the... Oh, PVC is bad. PVC turns your coins green, and it's kind of like a corrosion. And once it starts, you can't get it off. So PVC plastic is really bad. But I had never looked up Ziploc bags to see if they had PVC in them, but it appears that they don't. They're made from polyethylene. So Ziploc bags, anytime you can put your stuff in Ziploc bags, that's going to be a much better deal. Matter of fact, I bought, well, this was a little while back, but I bought a box of 2021 Philadelphia pennies, all uncirculated, bank wrapped. And I put the whole box in a Ziploc bag. And I store it that way. And then I store it in a closet. And they don't fit in a Ziploc bag very good, so you kind of got to squish them in there. But it keeps the air from getting at them. 1994, looking for the extra column, which would be right here and right here. And I do not see an extra column. Yeah, it may depend on the plastic bags too. I use Ziplocs, but $19.61. This one's pretty rough. 1988. I can't even imagine seeing a double ear there. Let's see if we got the flared FG. Probably not a flared FG. I do know one thing that people do to change the color of their coins is they put them around eggs, because the sulfur changes the color of copper. And some people will put like a little bit of, put an egg in the bottom of a bowl and then set a shot glass on top and then put coins on top. And then it turns them all purple and blue and pink. But it is yeah, bowl of eggs. Either raw, most people use raw eggs. So if you put a raw egg in a bowl and then you put like a little shot glass or something in there to set the coins on so they're not in the eggs, and then put a bowl over the top of it so it's all covered, your coins will turn all kinds of weird colors. Blues and purples and pink. The copper pennies, that is. I think it works with silver coins too, but it's sulfur that does it. No, just raw eggs. You can do just raw eggs. Crack them open, put one in the bottom of a bowl. I would not do it to any coin that is valuable, though. You will destroy the value of that coin. 1984. Looking for the double ear. And we're going to check to see if it's a zinc. Well, I'm not sure, so I'm going to weigh it. Yep, it's 2.55 grams. If you were interested in doing the experiment, you can watch it on YouTube. There's some people that do it, change the color of their coins with eggs. 1970. It's kind of it'd be kind of a fun experiment. But I would make sure the coins weren't valuable when you experiment on them. $2014. Let me look at this one more time, make sure. Yep, it's not a double die. $2004D. All right, let's see what we got here. This one's pretty rough. And it is not the double die. Back is pretty nasty. $1987. That's pretty rough. $2021. I would not mess with valuable pennies. I would not clean them. I would not tone them. I would not expose them to air that you don't have to. And I would not touch them with your bare fingers. Copper pennies, if you touch them with your finger, the oil from your skin gets on the coin, and then over time it'll leave dark carbon spots on it. You'll be able to see your fingerprint on the coin. So if you have new red pennies, I would not touch them with your fingers. That's just my... And when I do uncirculated red pennies, and silver coins for that matter, I wear gloves. You don't want any oil from your skin, and it might not even hurt to wear a mask over your mouth so that you don't have a chance of getting any kind of moisture, saliva, anything on the coin. And I know that happened to me. I had a couple coins sitting out on my my towel here that I was looking at. I set them off to the side, and because I'm talking while I'm doing the videos, I must have got a small speck of saliva on one of the red pennies, and it left just a big stained mark on the coin, and it was pretty much ruined. But it wasn't an extremely valuable coin. It was just a coin that I was going to save, and by me talking while I'm doing this, got saliva on it. So it's something to consider. If you have any red pennies, you need to have those put up and reduce the amount of air. Don't touch them with your bare hands. or even put them in the coin flips. You know, these things are really good. You know, you put them in these things. That keeps the air and the moisture and everything off of the coin also. The valuable ones too, like if you had something that was really good, and you'd have to study it and look it up, and then I like to have my coins graded that I want to preserve. And that's usually you know, but it costs money. It's like 40 something dollars a coin plus membership fees and then shipping. So that's not always the best scenario for everybody, but you know, this is a hobby, so I have fun with it, and I do my own thing. But I do like to have a few coins graded. You see here. 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. 37 out of 50. Whatever the math is on that. 13 coppers out of the last roll. Thing's pretty rough. $1968D. Sweet. I plan on going to the bank tomorrow, maybe multiple banks, trying to get pennies. I have to go to Dayton tomorrow. So it's a little bit of a drive, and I pass multiple banks on the way. And then I'll be able to hit multiple banks on the way back to see if I can get anything interesting. $1969. Let's see if it has the floating roof. It does not have the floating roof. Pretty decent looking coin for 1969. $1988D. Could be a double die in God. Oh no, not 1988. The only thing we got is flared FG and weighs 3.1 grams. If it does, that would be good. 2020. See here. Liberty. 1987. Looks like it's been worn smooth. $1983D. It looks like zinc coming through. I'm not going to weigh that one. $2005. No, they do not. And well, yeah, when you use your card, yeah, they know when you've made a transaction. But like some of them, like if I just cash in, they just want to know that I have an account there, so they don't actually put my account number in. So when I cash in coins, I don't think other banks know. But when I make a withdrawal, it'll just say, he withdrew $50, but it won't say that I withdrew $50 in pennies. So, but I have multiple banks and multiple, so I use Chase Bank and I use US Bank, and I'll kind of split up between the two of them, which ones I use and do. But with the banks that I go to, uh, I got a pretty good relationship with them, and so they know what I'm doing. So it usually makes it a little easier when you're friends with the the people at the bank and they understand what you're doing. All right, Natalie, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but I saw that I got your email. Let me see what you sent me, Natalie. All right, looks like. How much was that thing, Natalie? Holy crap. How, how much was that thing for the camera, the tripod for the camera? Was it expensive? Oh, no. Now you know I can just go look it up now. Come on now. Moderately. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not awful. That's not awful at all. That's less than a meal for two. $19.75. Oh yeah. And I think with Amazon Prime you get free shipping and everything, I think. Huh. That's pretty cool. I've been looking for a specific tripod. The one that I use sits on the floor right now, and so I always hit it with my wheels on my chair. So I've been looking for something that I can set on my desk where it's not as much in the way, and that looks like it would do it. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was pretty neat. That's why I was wondering, the way they display it and everything, it looked like it could have been more like 150, $200. And I was thinking, holy smokes. Yeah. 66. You guys see what this coin looks like? This is going into the melt bin. It may get melted down. Right. I know my oldest son, he lives and dies by the comments that people leave on everything. So whatever they rate restaurants and products and stuff, and he goes through and looks at all the star ratings and then what everybody's saying about it, and then finds the absolute best one. Yeah. Yeah, I do that too. I'll sit and search and search and search. And just recently I did it with lasers, because me and B Waller, he I told him I had a laser, and then we were trying to figure out which ones cut metal, and so I spent days watching videos, which lasers cut what, how they cut, what you can do with them. I mean, I watched video after video. Then I got on Amazon. Then I got on um, eBay, and man, I spent a lot of time looking at lasers. And I'm looking at about, oh wow, 1958. Too bad it's not a double die. Yeah, she's a weedy. 1958. Been a while since I found a 1958. Yeah, I use ChatGPT for a lot of things, and a lot of my videos. My opening screen is I usually use ChatGPT to create an image for my opening screens, and I could figure out a way to do it, but it's just ChatGPT just does it and pops it out, and it seems to work better. 1978. Sounds like you got your own personal ChatGPT secretary. That's kind of funny. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's never happened to me. What are you what are you training your AI like it's a dog? That's funny. I mean, I use ChatGPT. I don't get into it that much. Holy crap. On a first name basis with your AI secretary. 'Let's see what we got here. I got a couple. I got at least one more copper out of this. So 2 rolls of pennies, and I really haven't found anything too interesting. (2006), doubling on the date or double ear. And the double ear would be right there. It's an extra notch. I don't see it. (2020). Let's see. This is looks like my last copper out of this roll. 69D. She goes in the drawer. (2023) extra V. That would be a negative on the extra V. All right. Let's see here. This one's got some dirt on it. 2017. (97) could have a double ear. And I don't really see it. Let's see here. Yeah, it makes me want to get off here and start investigating some more things. I didn't delete the last two or the last three. Uncle Larry asked me to leave them up there. He wanted to see them or something, so I just I didn't delete my live streams. I normally delete them just because it takes so long to load, and yeah, I've went and it's been like a day and a half, and they're still trying to load the live stream. But so I just let them go. I didn't delete them like I normally do. That's why. All right, I am going to count these up and see how many coppers I got out of 2 rolls of these pennies. All right, I got one more. Okay. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 60, 70, 75, 77. So I got what, 27? 27 coppers out of that roll. That's not too bad. Well, I think I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here exactly an hour and I need some sleep. I got to go see my daughter in the morning and get that all done. But thank you, Natalie. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow evening. See you later. Bye.